At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Slade's the place for you!
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present the state softball tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders. It's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on an outstanding softball season. And remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Good afternoon and welcome to Channel Seats Field at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Andy Pollack, and it's time now for our matchup between Dallas Center Grimes, the Mustangs, and Carlisle here on the Girls State Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Now time for our starting lineups presented by Mid-American Energy Company.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex in this 4A quarterfinal matchup between the visiting team, the Carlisle Wildcats, and the home team, the Dallas Center Grimes Mustangs. This game will advance to the semifinal round on Wednesday at Iowa Central Field at 10:30. Now let's feature non-starters. First of all, some visitors from Carlisle. Number 2, Allie Stoner. Number 4, Leighton Freeman. Number 9, Eddie Sears. Number 19, Emery LaFollette Brown. Number 21, Olivia Freeman. Number 25, Claire Benson. Number 28, Chloe Rowley. Number 32, Anaya Oates. Number 33, Frankie Air. Number 43, Mira Heidemann. 45, Morgan Wilson. Number 50, Valerie Spootsman. And number 55, Marcella Crampton. Their assistant coaches, Justin Claus, Taylor Best, Jordan Claus, Kennedy Preston, Jay Claus, and Lauren McGriff. And now here's your starting lineup for the Wildcats of Carlisle. Leading off in right field, number 30, Allie Nolte. And at second base, number 81, Addie Eganor. And third, the designated player, number 46, Amber Doherty. Cleanup hitter for the Wildcats at catcher, number 16, Delaney Thompson. And fifth, doing the pitching, number 37, Logan Brown. And sixth, at third base, number 20, Kalea Friedman. Batting seventh, at shortstop, number 8, Natalie Ramsey. Batting eighth in left field, number 42, Harley Brower. Batting in the ninth position, the center fielder, number 27, Evan Johnson-Mears. And your flex player playing first base, number 3, Addie Abel. Head coach of the Wildcats, Jim Claus. Now let's meet the team from Dallas Center Grimes. Here are your non-starters. Number 3, Addie Berthold Harrison. Number 5, Jenna Morrison. Number 10, Delaney Fetter. Number 11, Jenna Gray. Number 12, Avery Short. Number 14, Camilla Rodriguez. Number 15, Ashlyn Cross. Number 16, Paisley Hikerton. Number 18, Lucy Garcia. Number 20, Genevieve York. 25, Tessa McGuire. 27, Tessa Jones. 28, Kale Monte. Number 30, Carrie Myers. And 31, Brantley Kreska. Your assistant coaches, Brett Vanderpool and Caitlin Lindekew. Now here's your starters for the Mustangs of Dallas Center Grimes. Leading off, playing left field, number 1, Leah Zaruba. Playing second, right field, number 6, Summer Campbell. Playing third, doing the pitching, number 9, Aubrey Johansson. Playing hitter for the Mustangs at shortstop, number 2, Macy Riley. Playing fifth at first base, number 17, Reese Burke. Playing sixth, doing the catching, number 13, Edison Liddon. Playing seventh at second base, number 7, Bella Mulder. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 24, Amelia Eller. Batting in the ninth position, the center fielder, number 19, Addie Avon. And your flex player at third base, number 8, Haley Yule. Head coach for the Mustangs, Steve Schlafly. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me introduce your umpires for this 4A quarterfinal. At first base, Myron Jack. Third base, Tom Sullivan. And calling the balls and strikes this afternoon, Mr. Mark Amadeo. All right, let's play tournament softball.
You are watching the 2024 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As the sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Thank you once again to the Iowa Farm Bureau here for all their help and everything that they do here at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, including getting our streams on the air here in the postseason. So DCG, the Mustangs, how did they get here to the postseason? Well, DCG, a storied program. They got here by beating Carroll 15-0 and Perry 10-0. Then as we look at Carlisle, the Wildcats, they are 34-8 on the year. And they beat Knoxville and Xavier to get here. They gave up some runs, the Wildcats did, but two very, very good programs. A couple coaches who have been around for a long time. Jim Flaws at Carlisle has been around Carlisle there for 39 years, 42 years overall of coaching. Steve Schlafke for Dallas Center Grimes, 49 years of coaching, 22 at Dallas Center Grimes. So fun couple coaches. You are going to see some good, technically sound, fundamental softball here this afternoon between DCG and Carlisle. Aubrey Johansson in the circle for DCG to start things off here this morning. Johansson, 25 appearances this year. She's 16-6 with a 3.02 earned run average. Around the infield, Haley Uhl is at third. Macy Reiling at short. Bella Mulder at second. Reese Burke at first. Addison Lidden is the catcher for Johansson. Lydia Zaruba in left. Addie Avens in center. And Summer Campbell in right. Allie Nolte will lead things off for Carlisle. And the first pitch is a ball, according to home plate umpire Mark Amadeo. Nolte batting .404 on the season for head coach Jim Flaws. High fastball comes in quickly ahead in the count. 2-0 is Nolte. Getting started a little bit late here. A little bit later, a lot bit late, about 42 minutes late. There's a strike from Johansson. Our 5A quarterfinal went to 8 innings in a big comeback. Pleasant Valley, number 2 team in Class 5A, was down 5-0 going into the 6th, and they came back and won it in extra innings 8-7. Here's an off-speed pitch from Nolte for strike 2. That evens up the count at 2 apiece. From Johansson to Nolte. Carlisle here in their all-red uniforms, trimmed in gold. DCG, their wide pinstripes on their gray uniforms, trimmed in red. And that pitch just off the outside part of the plate. Loads up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. These two teams played earlier this season. DCG lost that game 3-2. And the leadoff walk there issued by Johansson.
That'll bring up second baseman number 81, Addie Eganor.
That'll bring up Addie Eganor. DCG, the 2 seed overall in the tournament. Carlisle, the 7. Their records very similar. DCG 32-8, Carlisle 34-8. As Eganor up there trying to move ahead the runner, Allie Nolte. Here's the bunt. The pitch was set up way outside, and this is one of the things you're going to see. The Carlisle Wildcats will run out every single foul ball no matter what. There's a long history behind that, as leads to a lot of traditions with a lot of programs, but they somehow do it and keep the pace of play going. 0-2 the count right now to Eganor. Eganor hacks that one out into left field as the runner was going, and they got Macy Reiling heading over to second and left that opening there. And Carlisle in business early on as Nolte moves to second, Eganor over at first. Amber Doherty steps to the plate now for the Wildcats. She's batting .366 on the year. Carlisle, several wins over teams that are here at the state tournament. There's a strike at the knees of Doherty. .0-1 the count now to her. Jim Flaws calls the bunt, and that's going to send everybody back as it goes foul. He's got Justin Flaws and Jay Flaws and Jordan Flaws all on his staff, does Jim Flaws. Here's the 0-2. That ball is chopped over there. Tough play to make for Uhl. She throws it across and safe at first. Loads the bases for the cleanup batter, Delaney Thompson. Just enough English on that made things very difficult for Uhl to make the play. She fielded it cleanly. Chopped that one right into the ground and the wheels from Doherty. Has her safe at first. Good call over there. Bases juice already with nobody out for Carlisle. We're going to have our first IMT insurance substitution of the day as Carlisle try to get it. I'm not sure who that is that came in for Carlisle. I can't see a number there. 25, which I don't have on my roster. But up comes the cleanup batter, Delaney Thompson. Thompson, a couple home runs on the year. She's batting .357, has 40 runs batted in. Trying to break the ice right now. Nobody out, bases loaded here in the top of the first for the Wildcats. Was expecting a pretty low-scoring game, but if this is any indication, that may not be happening. Thompson hacks that one up high out of play. Back into the Carlisle faithful. .0-2 the count right now to Thompson. Awaiting the pitch from Johansson. Outside corner, chops it into the ground. They're going to go home with it first, and that's going to get the out on the force. They just needed to get that over the arms of Johansson. Couldn't quite do it, so Thompson heads to first on the fielder's choice. Nolte out on the 1-2.
Nolte out at home on the fielder's choice. Eganor to third, Thompson to second.
And now Eganor will go to third. Doherty to second. That's not Doherty, though. Still didn't catch who that was there at second base. Again, we don't have a number 25 on our roster out there. I believe it's Claire Benson out there at second base. As that'll bring up Logan Brown. She shows bunt and takes it for the first pitch strike. I was wrong. That's Morgan Wilson, number 45. There we go. That's why I was reading the number wrong from that far away. Morgan Wilson at second base. And there's a strike as well. Quickly ahead in the count is Johansson. Little breeze blowing out on a nice warm day up in Fort Dodge, but it blows out to right center field. It's not been a factor yet today in the games that we've seen. 0-2 the count. That ball popped up into shallow right field, and that's going to drop. A couple runs will come around to actually just one run will come around to score for Carlisle. There was just one out, so the runners were holding up. That is Benson. That is 25. That is moved over. All right. Benson is over there to, that is 25. So Benson moves to third. Eganor scores. Thompson moves to second. We've got another courtesy runner over at first base. Chloe Rolling checks in to run at first, and bases continue to be loaded now for Kalia Freeman. 3 hits already in the first inning for Carlisle. One out now for Freeman. Watches that pitch up high, the fastball from Johansson. Here's the 1-0. Rifled through, and that's going to score another one as it heads out to right field. Another run comes across. Two runs come across. And Carlisle has opened up a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first. They've already equaled their output of the first time these two teams played earlier this year when Carlisle won 3-2. And now they have runners at first and second. Let's see, they've got trying to figure out for Carl. Chloe rolling out there at second base. Freeman at first. And a 3-0 lead off 4 hits in the top of the first inning. And that'll bring up Natalie Ramsey. Ramsey batting .347, the 7th hitter to come to the plate here in this first inning. Boy, you could have scripted a faster start for Carlisle. Dar Danielson found the cool cookies over there, I see, at the concession stand. Wide variety of food up here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Park. They've got all sorts of food trucks set up, concession stands, just a great atmosphere up here north of Fort Dodge. Ramsey on the 0-1. Ramsey grounds that one over. They're going to go ahead and throw it over into the outfield. Throw it up against the fence, and the throwing error on Riling, who tried to hustle things over. That's a quick play to be made. And another run comes across for Carlisle in the first. And the runners now head to second and third. Runners on second and third right now with Freeman, Ramsey, and that'll bring up Harley Brower. Brower, the number 8 batter in the order. And the bunt goes down off the face mask of Mark Amadeo. He says he's all right. It's a round of applause from the Carlisle student section. And they are back in business right now with Brower. 4 runs off 4 hits and an error. As Brower fouls that one back to the backstop. Oh, 2 the count, but that doesn't seem to have phased any of these Carlisle hitters so far. They've been behind in several counts. And they've put up a really crooked number so far. There's a swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for Johansson. Carlisle now is batted around in the inning as they send up their center fielder, Evan Johnson-Mears. Runners on second and third for the Wildcats. First pitch upstairs to Johnson-Mears. Good view of the field there. Just a beautiful setup. First class operation up here in Fort Dodge. Plenty of bleachers, fans all the way around the outfield. as well. All great sight lines to watch the game from. That pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0. Johnson Mears shows bunt, but decides to pull back, and it is a called strike on the outside corner. Can't be too upset if you leave 2 runners on when you've already played at 4 in the top of the first if you're Jim Flaws. Ball's fouled right over at Coach Flaws, who you'll see on the weekends moonlighting as an umpire at youth softball. See him all over the place. He's a junkie, can't get enough of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs right now on the top of the first, Evan Johnson Mears. Fouls that one off. You hear the wind starting to pick up a little bit, nothing too much of a factor this afternoon. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and popped up, and that's going to drop. Another run comes across for Carlisle, their 5th of the inning. And Allie Nolte will head back to the plate for her 2nd time. And that moves Ramsey to 3rd. 5 hits for the Wildcats here in the top of the first. And now you got to deal with this potent top part of the order again as the Mustangs. Johnson Mears looks over at 3rd base to get the signals. Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Now runners on 2nd and 3rd, and that was called a strike. Dropped through the zone. And it's 0-1 to Nolte. Carlisle has come out on a mission today, swinging the bats. Nolte pops that one out of play. This has now been a 16-minute top of the first. Another one out of play. Oh, 0-2 the count right now to Nolte, who led off the game with a walk. She's fouled off several here. Moves up in the box, fastball popped up again, out of play. Nolte getting a workout, running that out to first every time she fouls one off. And now everybody's going to come in on an offensive timeout to talk to Jim Flaws. I think he might be giving Nolte a chance to catch her breath after her, 4 or 5 runs down to first base right now as she's fouled pitches off. Carlisle, 22 trips now to Fort Dodge. Jim Flaws has been at the helm for all of them. They've got 5 state titles. Have not won one since 2019. Both these teams with a lot of seniors in their roster. Nolte pops that one up out of play again. That cheer you heard was from a fan catching the ball in the bleachers. The Carlisle student section has been raucous here today, providing quite the atmosphere already this morning. 0-2 the count to Nolte. They can't get it by her. I've lost track of how many pitches she's seen so far, but Addison Liddon has set up that target all over the place, and they cannot get one past Nolte right now. Here's the 0-2. And Nolte hits that one hard to left field, going all the way back and caught at the fence as Lydia Zaruba catches it at what would have been the warning track. Carlisle, however, 5 runs off 5 hits, 1 DCG error. DCG now have a chance to try to get back in the game in the bottom of the first. Right after this here on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Digital Network, brought to you by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue both your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. So a fast start for Carlisle as they send 10 batters to the plate in the top of the first. They lead 5-0. Logan Brown will be the pitcher here for the Wildcats. Brown on the season is 8-0 on the year with a 2.22 earned run average. We could have seen several different pitchers. Addison Abel as well we might have seen. Today we may still see Addison Abel. Actually, that is Abel in there pitching, I believe. I don't think that's Logan Brown. The starting lineups we were given had Logan Brown there, but that is definitely Addison Abel pitching. That makes a lot more sense. Abel 15-6 with a 1.67 earned run average. Delaney Thompson is her catcher. I'll get to the rest of the infield after this. Lydia Zaruba leading things off for DCG. Going to try to take things one run at a time. Kalia Freeman at third, Natalie Ramsey at short, Addie Eganor at second, and Addie Abel at first for Carlisle. And a strike called by Mark Amadeo. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Harley Brower in left, Evan Johnson Mears in center, and Allie Nolte in right. So Logan Brown was listed as a starter, but Addison Abel will be doing the pitching for the Wildcats. A little gamesmanship there. And that pitch is low. They're going to peel down to third base and say she did not go. And that'll make the count 2-1 to Zaruba. Lydia Zaruba batting .442 on the season. Shows bunt, lays it down, it goes foul. DCG didn't make it a year ago, but they've got 13 seniors on their roster trying to make it a run for a 4A state title. Like I mentioned before, Steve Schlafke, 49 years coaching, 22 DCG. Made 18 state tournaments. Quite the career. That's a ball as well. Loads up the count to Zaruba. And we got some breathing issues right now for Zaruba. She just looked over and kind of clutched her chest and took some deep breaths. Zaruba, the senior left fielder, just kind of stopped, looked back at the The umpire looked over at her coach at third and kind of doubled over, and they are going to bring out the trainer as well to discuss things, but she's talking to everybody upright right now as the girls' union has brought out one of their trainers as well. Zaruba just, it was weird. Didn't notice anything before that at bat. I don't know that she fouled the bunt off and took off down to first. It's not an abnormally hot day, but she just takes some deep breaths right now as she's looked at by the training staff. See a good look at the Carlisle battery out there in the circle with Abel and Thompson. So Zaruba takes a deep breath, looks back. She has a couple words with Delaney Thompson. They both smile at each other, wish each other well, and with a full count, Zaruba steps back into the box. And that ball is thrown over her head. So Zaruba draws the walk. Both teams with a leadoff walk here in their half of the first.
Zaruba with the base on balls. That'll bring up to the plate for the Mustangs right fielder, number 6, Summer Campbell.
And now Summer Campbell will step up to the plate. Campbell batting .290 on the year. Not going to be afraid to sacrifice her here early on. And there they show bunt. She pulls back, and it's low for ball one. Timeout here as Abel has thrown a couple balls here in a row, and I'm just making sure I've got my lineup correct here because looks like they might have gone with, they did, so they worked Delaney Thompson into the lineup. They listed her as a catcher, and she is not the catcher. They had her there, though, because if she gets on in that first inning, they can have somebody run for her. So Amber Doherty was listed as the DP, so she could run for herself. So Amber Doherty is actually behind the plate for Carlisle. They don't always announce those substitutions to us. Check that out, and we'll see. That ball's out and away as well, and that's going to move on Zaruba to second. So I think we've got everybody where they need to be right now. Addie Eganor is there at second. Delaney Thompson at, excuse me, that's Logan Brown over at first. She was listed as our pitcher to start, and they could get a runner for her as a visiting team in the top of the first. I think we've got everybody where they need to be. 3-1 count right now from Abel to Summer Campbell. And that ball is low. Two walks in a row from Addison Abel. So Aubrey Johansson now steps up to the plate, trying to help her own cause. Johansson batting .462 on the season. First ball strike from Abel. Andy Pollock here with you on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. That ball's fouled off into right field, out of play, over where a lot of fans will congregate here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Park. This first inning is now taking a half hour between both these teams. That ball's way away, and that's going to advance the runners on the wild pitch. So Zaruba heads to third, Campbell heads to second. And the count is 1-2 to Joe Hansen. And she swung at that one for strike 3. First out here in the bottom of the first. Abel gets her first punch out. That'll bring up the shortstop, Macy Riling. Riling batting .459 on the year with 12 home runs. And she does not strike out much. Runners on second and third for DCG are Zaruba and Campbell. There's first ball, fastball from Abel, settling in. Throwing more strikes now after walking the 2 runners that are on base. And that ball just missed upstairs. Abel tried to guide in it, that high fastball. And it's 1-1. Change up there, comes in upstairs as well. It's 2-1. Well, all bets were off for games on this field being on time with our 8-inning marathon in the last game. And this certainly isn't going to help that. That ball's fouled off. This first inning, like we mentioned, as long as the rain stays away, everything will be good. Some action down there in the DCG bullpen right now. Not see who is down there warming up. 2-2 the count right now to Riling. Fouled off once again. Riling, along with teammate Reese Burke, will play her college softball at DMAC. Just up the road from Dallas Center and Grimes. As she laces that one into left field, that gets over the head of Brower. 1 run's going to score, 2 runs are going to score. And Riling in safe at second with a stand-up double. No chance for Brower to make that play, laced over her head. And now we're going to get a change here as Logan Brown will come over to start pitching. We will take a quick break and be back right after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Logan Brown in to pitch now for Carlisle, a 1-out pitching change. They want Brown to pitch to Reese Burke. The pitch misses low. Brown, like we mentioned, 8-0 on the year. 2.22 earned run average in 26 appearances. She's down in the count 1-0 to Burke. Loses that one upstairs. Reese Burke, another one of these seniors for DCG, batting .368 on the year. Here's the 2-0. Burke shows bunt, and that's low. It's now 3-0. DCG with Macy Riling at second. There's a strike. So now 3-1 from Brown to Burke. Upstairs, another walk, third walk of the inning between these two Carlisle pitchers. And that'll bring up the catcher, Addison Lidden. Lidden, just a freshman, batting .388. We did have an INT substitution for DCG. Lucia Garcia, the freshman, over there running at first. That'll be a pinch run for the first baseman, Burke. That pitch from Brown is upstairs. So DCG had to be feeling really good, or excuse me, Carlisle had to be feeling really good about 5 runs in the top of the first, but DCG digging right back in here in their half of the inning. This is their 6th batter they've sent to the plate. And there's another hit out to right field. They're going to send the throw home, and no, they're going to load up the bases instead. Rundown situation, no. The bases, though, now are loaded for Bella Mulder. Mulder batting .375, and again, now they can have another substitution. And as we sort this out, we will take another break here on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Good look at our new pitcher, Mallie Stoner, coming in for Carlisle. She's 11-1 on the year with a 2.09 earned run average. The 3rd pitcher of the first inning used by Coach Jim Flaws. 4th, technically, if you go off the starting lineups. Bases loaded right now as we look around for Bella Mulder. If you like offensive softball, you've come to the right spot. And they say the runner on 3rd left early. That's a big out. huge out over there at third base. As they said, Macy Riling took off early, and she's not going to steal or anything there. So she is called out on the base paths. And they say no pitch. Ball fouled back right at my head. So the count is 0-1 right now with 2 outs. That pitch is upstairs as well. That makes the count 1-1. So that'd be an interesting way for Carlisle to get out of this inning, is the out on the base paths for taking off early. That ball's popped up over to the right side as Eganor comes over, calls everybody off, and makes the play looking into the sun. And wow, Carlisle got out of that one, only giving up 2 runs. Off 2 hits, no errors. We'll go to the top of the second right after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Good view of the sun-drenched Channel Seeds Field here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge. Summer Campbell. Actually, that is not Summer Campbell. Sorry, I didn't flip my page back. This is Carlisle coming up. That is Addie Eganor coming up for the second time tonight here in the second inning. Carlisle sent 10 batters to the plate in the top of the first, scored 5 runs. DCG had chances as they had bases loaded and had a runner called out for leaving early for the second out of the inning. And this may just turn into a shootout at the OK Corral. 1-1 this count right now as that pitch is on the inside corner to Eganor. One and two. Reaches for that one, bounces it back there to Joe Hansen, who throws across the infield to Burke for the out.
Hansen over to Burke, foul number 1. Going to bring up designated player Amber Doherty.
And that'll bring up Amber Doherty, the designated player. She got a single and scored the game's second run in her first at-bat today. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. Doherty brushes out some of that crushed red brick. Watches that pitch on the inside corner. Makes the count 1-1. Bounces that one through the ball, back, throwing back towards us. Caught my eye there for a second, and again, thrown out at first. And now Delaney Thompson steps up to the plate. Thompson was listed as the catcher, but she is not the catcher now. And that's a heavy ball hit over towards Mulder at second. DCG puts down Carlisle 1-2-3 in the top of the second. And we'll be back with the bottom of the inning after this here on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Slade's the place for you!
Carlisle leading DCG 5-2. Andy Pollock with you here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. As the next game here is scheduled to start in 45 minutes, that won't happen. That first inning today took 40 minutes. North Polk and Western Dubuque scheduled to start at 4:45, and with this game starting late already, not much of a chance of North Polk and Western Dubuque getting started on time. North Polk the 1 seed, Western Dubuque the 8. ADM and Fort Dodge in the nightcap here as well. And the count now is 2-0 to Amelia Ehlertz. Mally Stoner, the pitcher for Carlisle, is the third different pitcher that's been used so far in this one. That one's upstairs. The substitution worked to get out of the first inning, but right now a 3-0 count on the number 8 batter, Amelia Ehlertz. There's the strike. Here's the 3-1. Ball's popped up on the infield and out of play. So just like that, up to a full count there on Ehlertz. And that pitch just misses outside despite the framing attempt by Doherty. And we are going to get a pinch runner over at first base for Ehlertz. DCG going to bring in Delaney Fetters, sophomore, to run there.
Running for Ellert in first, number 10, Delaney Fetters.
Patty Abens steps up to the plate, the number 9 batter.
Right for Mustangs, center fielder, number 19, Patty Abens.
pitch to Avens is a strike. Owen won the count right now to Avens. Here's a strike. The hardest pitches we've seen thrown there from Mally Stoner. Now 0-2. Ball knuckled over there to third. Freeman tries to pick off the lead runner, and she does just that as she throws it over to Eganar. Score that one 6-4, 5-4, excuse me. And back to the top of the order with Lydia Zaruba. Zaruba walked, scored the first run of the game for DCG. And that pitch is outside for ball one. Just off the plate there for Stoner. Want to know the count. And again, outside. Two teams that know each other from very similar geographical area. DCG, Carlisle, the Raccoon River Conference. DCG, the Little Hawkeye. They did play each other, like I said, just a couple weeks ago, with Carlisle winning that game 3-2. July 3rd, to be exact. 2-1 the count right now to Zaruba. She shows bunt, pulls back, and that's a ball. And that one's low. A couple walks here in this inning from Stoner. And that'll bring up Summer Campbell. She walked in her first at bat. I did not catch who won that Urbandale Muscatine game earlier. I'm not sure. Did Urbandale end up winning that? Okay, Urbandale won that one in Class 5A. So 5A semifinals have been set. It'll be Valley against Ankeny on Wednesday morning at 10 o'clock and Pleasant Valley against Urbandale. Now, a couple close games, really close games. They're 8-7, Pleasant Valley won, 10-9, Urbandale won. That pitch. He is a strike now to Campbell. Runner at second is Addie Abens. At first is Lydia Zaruba. That ball's over there to third as Freeman picks it up, steps on third for the unassisted force out. Zaruba will move on to second, and Campbell stands safely at first. So, despite issuing a couple walks, Stoner trying to get out of this inning unscathed as Aubrey Johansson steps up to the plate. First pitch, big swing from Johansson for strike one. Schlafke wants to have a quick talk with Joe Hansen. A couple offensive timeouts here from both coaches today. He saw something in Joe Hansen's swing that he wanted to coach her up on. Hansen, the senior. One of 13 of them on this DCG squad. The fly ball all the way to the fence in left center field. One run comes around to score, and they're going to send the second run around to score as well, and they say no, leave Johansson at second. So the double clears the bases for Aubrey Johansson, helping her own cause. As Aruba and Campbell score. And we'll have another IMT insurance substitution for DCG. Jenna Morrison will come in to run for Johansson.
Jenna Morrison, courtesy runner, and second for Johansson.
And they're going to walk Macy Reiling down to first. And bring up Reese Burke.
We'll bring up first baseman Reese Burke.
Carlisle knew 5 runs in that first inning likely wasn't going to be enough, and sure enough, DCG proving that right now. Burke, no official at-bats today as she walked in the first. First pitch is inside for ball number 1. There's a strike from Stoner. Right down the middle, and the count's 1-1. That pitch misses outside. They'd set up the outside spot with Doherty in the zone, but I'm pretty sure she wanted that pitch lower from Stoner than what it ended up coming. Here's the 2-1. Ball knifed through, and it's going to get through the gap. Actually, what a glove, but it's going to keep the ball in the infield. Hard round over there at third coming from Johansson. Actually, that would have been coming from Morrison over there, the courtesy runner, and now bases loaded coming up for Addison Liddon.
Base hit by Burke, right for second. Athletic to the Mustangs. Catcher, Addison Liddon.
Liddon steps back up now, this time with bases loaded, trying to give DCG their first lead of the day. Watches the first pitch for a strike. Ball popped up over into right field. They might just want to let that one drop, and they do. Couldn't quite get over there. Would have scored a run for DCG if it hadn't been caught on the sacrifice. (0-2) the count right now to Liddon. Again fouled off. Still 0-2. there to third base, and they throw over there to get the out from Freeman to Logan Brown. There we go. I had to get my card right there for the out. A couple more runs score for DCG. It's 5-4 as we head to the top of the third here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion. Because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Wildcats back up to bat here, leading off with Logan Brown, a first baseman. She's also pitched a little bit today. Listed as our starting pitcher, was not, because they put her in, then they could get a courtesy runner for her when she got on base in the first inning. There's a strike to her. And credit to Steve Schlafke as Aubrey Johansson was tagged for 5 hits, gave up 5 runs in the first inning, and he has stuck with her so far. And now it's 1-2 to Brown. Freeman and Ramsey also due up in this inning. Inside pitch strikes out Brown for out number 1. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Aubrey Johansson.
That'll bring out third baseman coming out.
Leah Freeman up now. She's singled in her first at-bat. Watches that first pitch for a strike. One out in the top of the third. And that pitch is in on the hands of Freeman. Freeman pops that one up over to the right side, giving chase out there from her second base spot. Nice catch made by Bella Mulder. Future Wartburg Knight goes over and makes the play. And now Natalie Ramsey, the shortstop, comes up. Ramsey got on fielder's choice, part of that 5-run first inning for Coach Jim Flaw's Carlisle Wildcats. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Ball's popped up on the right side and out of play is Addison Lidden and Reese Burke heading over there hard towards that Carlisle dugout. Oh, 0-2 the count right now to Ramsey. Ramsey lines that one right up the middle, back into center field. It bounces in front of Abens, and a two-out single there for Natalie Ramsey. Sixth hit of the game for the Wildcats, and now Harley Brower steps up. She struck out in her first at-bat. She'll go to the left side to hit. Shows bunt. Pulls back. It's a ball on the outside there to Brower. Natalie Ramsey over at first for the Wildcats. Again, Brower shows bunt. I doubt she will be bunting right now, as now she's going to switch over to the right side. So Brower, after the count becomes 1-1, will now hit from the right side of the plate. And watches that on the inside for a ball. So the count's 2-1. Swing and a miss, evens up the count at 2 apiece. We're situated here right to the east of the Fort Dodge Airport, so some planes have been landing right over our head today. You can feel it when they come in. Just had another one come in now. 2-2-2 to Brower. Swung on and lines that thing out into right center field. As Ramsey going to hold up at third, they want Brower to get in a rundown there at second, and actually they're just going to get it right back to the circle to Joe Hansen. So this bottom part of the order for DCG doing some damage. Ramsey heads to third. 7th hit of the day for Carlisle, and that'll bring up Evan Johnson-Mears. She got on with a single in the first inning. Carlisle trying to piece together a little two-out rally. Johnson-Mears shows bunt and allows Brower to swipe second. The count right now to Johnson-Mears. Checks her swing, holds back. They're going to appeal down to third, and she did not go. Veteran crew here today on the bases and behind home plate. And the count's 1-1. And that pitch is outside. Three-man umpiring crew here at the state tournament, as it has been in the entire postseason. Allows them to get all the calls right. 2-1 the count. And that's low. Here's the 3-1 with the top of the order coming back up to Johnson-Mears. That's low for the walk.
Johnson-Mears does the walk. Brower second, Ramsey on third. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the order. Timeout on the field.
Coach Steve Schlafke wants to have a discussion with his infield. We'll take a break as well and be back here with the 2 outs in the top of the third here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Back in the top of the third with 2 outs. In the top of the order, Allie Nolte, who's 0 for 1 on the day. She had 2 at-bats in the first inning.
Right fielder, Allie Nolte.
She's got bases loaded right now. Natalie Ramsey on third, Harley Brower on second, Evan Johnson-Mears first. Nolte's first pitch from Johansson is a strike. That's going to be outside on the off speed from Johansson. Haven't seen Johansson change up speeds as much as some of the other pitchers we've seen. Very good location though. As now Nolte must be expecting off speed. She scoots way up in the box and then asks for timeout. And that timeout is granted. Yeah, Nolte's back foot is on the very front part of the plate. And she was expecting off speed. She got the off speed. It missed upstairs to make the count 2-1. Nolte digs in before the pitcher and catcher are ready. So she ends up standing in the box for quite a ways. Nolte pops that one up over top of us. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. Off speed, hacked out into right field, and it is fouled just by about a foot. That would have cleared the bases here on this 200-foot fence. Nolte trying to punch one out there. Bases full of Wildcats. Ramsey at third, Brower at second, Johnson-Mears at first with Nolte at the plate. The 2-2 pitch swung on, and that is popped up and out of play over the DCG faithful. Again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Low pitch, chopped over there to Mulder, comes charging in and quickly flips it to Burke for out number 3. DCG holds again. We head to the bottom of the third here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Fans' official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Time to get your smartphones out. Just scan the QR code on your screen now or visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. I need to get one of those shirts. Looking sharp. I like that long sleeve black one there on the left. You can also get shirts here at the state tournament, all sorts of different merch that you can get. Andy Pollock here with you in the bottom of the third. Carlisle and DCG in a fun one. First pitch coming in from Mally Stoner, who came in with an out in the first inning. They had already used Addison Abel and Logan Brown, and Mally Stoner has pitched since that point. Bella Mulder at the plate for DCG. Mulder flew out to Addie Eganar at second base in her first at-bat of the day. Carlisle scored 5 runs in the top of the first. Will it be enough? Long time yet to decide that. There's a big swing from Mulder. One and two the count to Mulder. Popped up over to the right side and out of play. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. First strikeout there from Stoner. We'll bring up Amelia Ellerts. Ellerts reached with a walk to lead off the second inning. Strike right down Broadway from Stoner. Well, so far this game's had a lot of twists and turns, and we're only in the bottom of the third. Fouled back at Meade. Winner of this game will go on to play the winner of Norwalk and North Scott, and that game will likely be done before this one. Even though it was supposed to start a half hour later, we had our game here go extras before and then had an hour long first 2 innings of this game. So likely to know their opponent when this game gets over. The semifinal will be Wednesday at 10:30. Over on the Iowa Central field. Ball over to shortstop as Ramsey picks it up and throws it across to Brown for out number 2. Addie Abens, number 9 batter, reached on a fielder's choice in her first at-bat today. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. There's a strike from Stoner. Came right back with a fastball. And the count's 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third inning. Foul tips back into the glove of Doherty. She lets home plate umpire Mark Amadeo know that she's all right. And we resume play with a 1-2 count. Doherty goes way outside. Off-speed pitch. Good scoop there by Doherty. Play her college softball at Iowa Western. Here's the 2-2. And fouled right by Steve Schlasky, who casually steps aside. When you've been around as long as Coach Schlasky has, he knows you don't have to be a hero and try to barehand that ball coming at you down the third baseline. Two and two the count. Ball popped up out of play once again. So if you've tuned in right now, expecting to catch a North Polk and Western Dubuque game, as that ball lifted out into left field, and that is caught right at the fence by Harley Brower for out number 3. Finish that thought here when we come back with the top of the 4th. Andy Pollock with you here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Good shot of the infield there by our cameraman Aaron. Out here today on a beautiful day at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex here north of Fort Dodge. The IGHSAU takes over the town, and this week is the first pitch here to Addie Aguilar. To start the 4th inning, is a called strike. If you're tuning in expecting to catch the North Polk game, North Polk Western Dubuque at 4:45, as that ball's lifted to center, carrying back and drops just in front of the fence as Abens couldn't get to it, and a leadoff double for Aguilar to start the 4th. Amber Doherty steps up, draws a little line in the sand. I don't know if that's her bunt zone or what she drew that in for, but we'll find out here shortly. See if they're going to look to sacrifice Aguilar over. Shows bunt, pulls back, and watches the strike come in. And another offensive timeout here for Coach Jim Flaws. Pulls in Aguilar from second base. Doherty over here from her hitting spot. Also wants to pull in his on-deck batter, Delaney Thompson. 0-1 the count. Perfect bunt laid down and motoring down to first and out at first base. That was a close play, but Doherty sacrifices the runner over. Hagenar hits to third. That'll bring up Delaney Thompson, who is 0 for 2 on the day. See the replay here. It was a great bunt. Look at that play coming off the mound by Johansson, making the play. First pitch coming in on Thompson is a strike. Runner at third. Didn't expect to see sacrifice bunts after a 5-run first inning, but here we are in a 1-run game in the fourth. And 1 the count to Thompson. She shows bunt, pushes it down off the ground, and safe at home plate. Motoring in on the suicide squeeze as Hagenar scores and gets around the tag of Liddon. The suicide squeeze bunt. You see the replay. Bunt laid down and tried to reach back and couldn't quite do it in time, and really nice job of Hagenar of avoiding the tag but staying within the base path. And now Steve Schlafke wants to come out and talk to the third base umpire. I assume the only thing he wants to talk about right now is if she left early. That's really the only discussion you may have right now with that umpire. Nothing else really to clarify. And Thompson ends up being safe there on the fielder's choice. There is a runner in for Thompson. That is Anya Oates. And Logan Brown, who's 1 for 2 on the day, comes back in to hit. She's also pitched a little bit today. BCG takes plenty of time to get their pitching signals in. 1 out here. Brown shows bunt and pulls back, and that's a called strike. Here's the 0-1. Brown pops that up in the infield and out of play. Two to Brown. She puts that one into left field. That's all the way back and caught out in front of the Freedom Tire sign by Lydia Zaruba. Logan Brown on the inside pitch got turned on that one and off the handle, got about as much of that pitch as you can get. That'll bring up Kalia Freeman. Freeman is 1 for 2 on the day. Carlisle, 8 hits in this one, 4 hits for DCG. And a little cross up in the signals now between Johansson and Liddon. Causes a timeout here as Freeman steps out as well. as that's called, strike on the outside corner. Oh, 0-1 the count to Freeman. Freeman puts that in the gap out in left center field, all the way back to the wall. Oates coming around to third. Oates is going to come around to try to score. Play at the plate. Oates is safe. And Freeman's back in at second with a double. Leah Freeman. I'm not sure that ball ever got above the heads of the infielders. And now Natalie Ramsey, who's 1 for 2. But on base safely both times she's been up. Ball's in the dirt, but Freeman's going to hold up there at second. Good stop back there by Liddon. Carlisle trying to piece together a little 2-out rally here, leading 7-4. That ball's grounder over there. Miscommunication and safe at first as Reiling fielded it fine. Looked to make a play at second, but there was no one there. There was no runner going to second base, and she ended up throwing to first late, and that's a hit for Ramsey. They say fielder's choice from up above, but there's no choice to be made there. That's an infield hit. The 9th of the day for Carlisle. And now Harley Brower steps up, and she gets hit in the helmet, and that'll load the bases for Evan Johnson-Mears. So Freeman heads to third, Ramsey will head to second, and Brower safe at first on the hit by pitch. First pitch called, strike on Johnson-Mears. She's been on base safely in both her at-bats. That ball over there. Reiling throws it across and safe at first on the infield hit. Johnson-Mears was flying down to first base. And another run comes across. That's an infield hit. Johnson-Mears, the number 9 batter for Carlisle, has been on base safely in every one of her at-bats. As you see there, just deadened it enough. And that's the right call over at first. Back to the top of the order with Nolte. With bases loaded. Ramsey has moved to third, Brower to second. Steve Schlafke wants to come out, and looks like we may be making a change. We'll verify that here shortly. So far, no change has been announced. Looks like some action in the bullpen for DCG and Johansson. Will exit right now. There'll be a new pitcher coming in for DCG. We'll take a quick break, come back and tell you about her here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
New pitcher for Dallas Center Grimes, Tessa Jones, freshman into the game. She's 8-2 on the year with a 2.82 earned run average. Johansson comes in to play third. So get that right here.
Now pitching for the Mustangs, number 27, Tessa Jones.
Oh, hold on, no, that's still Hool over there. So Tessa Jones checks in for Johansson. And confirm Johansson is playing third base right now. See if there's any other substitutions made. Guess we'll find out as they come through. First pitch from Jones is a strike to the top of the order batter, Allie Nolte.
Right fielder, Allie Nolte.
And DCG has some catcher's equipment issues right now as Liddon goes over, gets a different card right now. We're working with a different pitcher, so she'll go with a different card. As we reset things here, Natalie Ramsey on third, Harley Brower at second, Evan Johnson Mears at first, and now the leadoff batter, Allie Nolte, trying to add to this three-run fourth inning for Carlisle. Nolte cranks that one to left field, and it is caught out there by Zaruba. Didn't have to take too many steps. And that stops the bleeding for DCG. 8-4 our scores. We head to the bottom of the fourth after this here on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Frank, when you think fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2024 Girls State Softball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the field and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. DCG comes up in the bottom half of the inning. First pitch from Stoner is a ball here to the leadoff batter, Zaruba, who unofficially or officially does not have an at-bat today. She's walked in both her at-bats. Equalizer there from Stoner. 1-1 the count. Right up the middle, flashing the glove is Stoner, and she throws it over to Brown for out number one. And now Summer Campbell, who is 0 for 1 today, but she's been on base safely both times at a fielder's choice and a walk. This is the top part of the order right now for DCG. There's a strike coming in from Stoner. and trailing by 4, they've got to be very, very mindful of every base runner they can get with just 11 outs left in this one. That ball's lifted out into left center field, and trying to stretch it into a double, and safe at second as Campbell got under the tag. I don't think DCG, or I don't think Carlisle was expecting to try to turn that into a double. And she did, and a one-out double there for Summer Campbell. That'll bring up Aubrey Johansson. She's 1 for 2 on the day. She had a double in her last at-bat. Called strike there. 0-1 the count right now to Johansson. Pops that one up out of play. Now 0-2. Just a couple strikeouts between the two teams so far. Defenses having to play behind them. Here's the 0-2, little change up right over there and hopping up to make the play. And they get the double play as Aguilar caught it and quick flipped it to Ramsey. Not much that Campbell could do at second base. Just an unfortunate situation for DCG, and the double play gets Carlisle out of the inning. You can see the replay here quick as Aguilar goes up and gets it. Full stretch, and the right call made there on the double play. And we head to the top of the 5th. Carlisle still in the lead, 8-4.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. Leading off things here in the top of the 5th is Addie Aguilar, who just had the double play turned at second base on the line-out throw-out. Carlisle leading 8-4. That pitch is in the dirt here from Tessa Jones. DCG, the 2 seed, Carlisle, the 7 seed. So Carlisle trying to pull off what would be considered an upset by seeding. That ball over to second base, and Mulder, she flips it to Burke for out number 1.
Aguilar out at first, a throw by Mulder. Out number 1. Mulder to the plate. Designated player, Amber Doherty.
There's a line drive right back up the middle and a single there for Doherty.
Based it up the middle by Doherty. Moving up catcher, Delaney Thompson.
And that'll bring up Delaney Thompson, cleanup batter here. Thompson's been on base twice today with a fielder's choice. And has scored a couple runs. She shows bunt to protect the runner there and pulls back for the ball. Carlisle scored 5 runs out of the gate in the top of the first. DCG countered with 2 of their own. They actually had it back up to a 5-4 game here before the last inning when Carlisle scored another 3 runs. That's why we stand where we do right now at 8-4. Again, that time they steal and safe there on the huge jump is Doherty. Actually, I missed the pinch runner coming in there. That was Olivia Freeman, who's in there running. Thompson just had her bat out in front trying to protect the runner there. She did pull back, so it's 2-0. Shows bunt again. Freeman goes down to steal again, and she's out that time. They were trying to let Freeman show off the wheels. Freeman had kind of a slow jump there, and that's the right call made over at third. So now 2 outs. Little off-speed pitch on the outside corner. Evens up the count at 2 apiece to Thompson. And the high strike knocks out Thompson. Head to the bottom of the 5th. 8-4. Carlisle over DCG on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Another good look here at Channel Seeds Field as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Carlisle's hit the ball very well today. 11 hits through 5 innings. Macy Reiling leading things off for DCG, trying to mount a comeback here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch fouled into the netting over in front of the Carlisle fans, excuse me, for strike 1. That is a shot to right center field, all the way back and gone. Macy Reiling crushed that one, no doubt off the bat. That makes a baker's dozen on the year for Macy Reiling. Let's see if that'll ignite these DCG bats. Reese Burke now steps up. She's 1 for 1 on the day. First pitch Comes inside on her for ball one. Macy Riling now 2 for 2 on the day with a home run and a double. That ball's fouled off over the Channel Seed sign. And it's 1-1. Mallie Stoner was the third pitcher used today for Carlisle. They seem to have found something in her right now. See if she can finish this game out. There's a strike. 1-2 the count. DCG has used a couple pitchers in their own right. Now past the 5 o'clock hour here on the IGHSAU Digital Network. Hot shot over there to Freeman, who throws it over to Brown for out number 2. Excuse me, that's just out number 1. I went up on the scoreboard really quick. Addison Lidden now steps up to the plate. High fastball comes in for a ball. One 1-0 the count right now to Lidden. And that pitch is downstairs. The 6th spot in the order for DCG. Fouled off into right field. A lot of red here right now as you've got Carlisle and DCG, both of their primary colors is red, but you've also got now the North Polk fans and the Western Dubuque fans who are waiting on their game to start. That was supposed to start 15 minutes ago, and that's nowhere close to starting right now. And it counts 3-1 right now to Lidden. And there's a 1-out walk. And it's not so much the North Polk and Western Dubuque fans are going to have to wait, but the Williamsburg fans, Williamsburg and PCM are supposed to play each other at 7, and that's not looking like that'll take place on time. Could be a late night here on Channel Seeds Field. Courtesy runner over at first base. And I'm having a tough time picking up these DCG numbers. Try to figure out who that is. There's a ball, double play ball up the middle, and it goes under the glove of Ramsey all the way out to the Channel Seed sign in left center. Runner comes around to score. That is Paisley Heidgerken. That was booking as that ball got through. And now it's 8-6. Ball just got underneath the glove of Ramsey. Smoked. As now Jim Flaws wants to come out and discuss things with his infield. Does not look like he'll be making any pitching changes. Honestly, at this point, my lineup card is so screwed up, I'm not sure who can come in and who can't still full of chicken scratches as the lineup was set up strategically for Carlisle to be the visiting team. They could use a couple of their players that were not pitchers and catchers. They could use courtesy runners for them in the first inning. And the game continues now with Mulder at second. Once the ball got under the glove there at short, it rolled all the way out to the outfield, to the fence. And Mulder is safe at second. First error of the game on Carlisle. There's a strike called on the outside corner for 0-1. Amelia Ellert is hitting right now for DCG. Ellert, one of the seniors in this starting lineup, so many of them. 8 seniors start. There's a ball over to short. And they throw it across to get the out at first, and they had a chance, I think, to even get Mulder in a rundown, but with a 2-run lead, Ramsey decides to take the out at first. And Addie Abens steps up now.
Now batting center fielder Addie Abens.
Abens on the day 0 for 2. And gets on top of that first pitch. Fouls it off for a strike. So turnabout's fair play as I ate my lunch in front of Dar Danielson. He eats his supper in front of me, and that is a really, really good looking cheeseburger from one of the food stands here. Here's the 0-1, and going after it is Abens. Makes the count 0-2. Oh, that good old Iowa beef. About a 3rd-pound burger in front of me off the grill. Smells good. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Abens. Over there, and Freeman gloves it and throws it across to Brown for out number 3. Carlisle holds their lead as we head to the 6th here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Ladies, the place for you!
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Carlisle will go up with Logan Brown, Kalia Freeman, and Natalie Ramsey here in the top of the 6th. They lead DCG 8-6, trying to pull the 7-2 upset. Tessa Jones right now in relief of Aubrey Johansson. First pitches upstairs for ball 1. And there's a strike right down Broadway to Brown. One and 1 to count right now to Logan Brown. Little off-speed changeup, misses upstairs. That ball is a Baltimore chop, and coming up to get it quickly is Reiling and throws it across in the big stretch from Burke over at first base for the out. High bounce off the home plate. Nearly outran it. Good play over there by Riling. And that ball lined up the middle. Riling has to quick pick it up and safe over at first. Freeman knocked it off the glove of Jones. Riling played it as well as you can play it. And Freeman gets to first just in time. We've got a lot of close plays at first base today. That's the right call there. Is Jones' glove actually helped keep that in the infield. If that doesn't go off her glove, that is an easy single into the outfield. And now Natalie Ramsey.
First 21, Olivia Freeman.
Olivia Freeman comes in to run for Kalia Freeman at first. Natalie Ramsey now, who is 2 for 3 on the day, steps up, and she's going to start off from the left side, thinking sack bunt, but we've seen her switch to the right side before. Shows bunt, pulls back, and they use that to protect that runner over at first to steal. Blocks the field of view from the catcher. It makes it very difficult on a catcher when you cannot see that runner going. As Freeman now on the 1-0. She does it like she did before. She'll wait till she has a strike and then switch sides. Shows bunt again, pulls back, and it's 2-0. Both those pitches were downstairs. Runner goes, they pull back, 3-0 count, and Freeman in safe at second on the stolen base. They said she left early. Runner left early, and Freeman is called out. See if we can get a replay on that one. First base umpire was all over it coming in, said no pitch. Yep, definitely had left early there, so yeah. There was no pitch there, so the count will be 2-0. It ends up going out as no pitch. Yep, everything gets explained to Coach Jim Flaws there. And the count is 2-0. Confirmed here by our home plate umpire, who's very media friendly. Mark Amadeo moonlights as a play-by-play announcer himself. Always knows that we like to get the explanations as well. As now Ramsey switches over to the right side of the plate, and it's 3-0 to her. And that pitch upstairs, part of the zone for strike one. Gonna need a little dust blower. At the end of the day, we've got stuff. Our equipment is caked in dust over here behind home plate. Everything continues to function well. Like to have a nice tidy workspace, so we'll get that cleaned up eventually. Full count right now to Natalie Ramsey. Ramsey, roller over to Johansson at third, and she throws it across to Burke for out number 3. Carlisle trying to pull the upset. DCG has other things in mind as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
DCG trying to stay within striking distance right now. They're going to have to do it this inning back at the top of the order with Lydia Zaruba. Zaruba on base with a couple walks today. The lefty steps in against Maui Stoner, the third pitcher of the day used for Carlisle. And she seems to have found the magic combination here for head coach Jim Floss. First pitch, though, is inside to Zaruba for ball one. And there's a strike. 12 hits today for Carlisle, 6 for DCG. 5 of those came in the first inning for the Wildcats. The 1-1 now becomes 1-2. Ball chopped over, foul. Down the third baseline. And an offensive timeout right now called for Steve Schlafke to discuss things with his leadoff batter, Zaruba. We have crossed over the 2-hour mark in this one. A 1-2 the count. From Stoner to Zaruba. A little bit outside there, makes the count 2-2. That ball chopped and fouled by a couple feet out into left field. Here's the 2-2 and fouled off once again. Here's the 2-2. Packed over there to short. Ramsey picks it up and throws it across to Brown in time for out number 1. Quick play having to be made by Ramsey. And now Summer Campbell. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Got on base with a walk and a fielder's choice. Also had a double. This is a big part of the order that can do some damage for head coach Steve Schlafke. Over there to second is Egenor. Makes the easy play over to first. It's Carlisle trying to get out of this part of the order unscathed. Aubrey Johansson, 1 for 3. Little change up over there off the end of the bat, and Ramsey can't pick it up in time, bobbled it. The ball was spinning as it came at her. That'll be the second error of the game on Carlisle.
Johnson saves from the air. Gonna bring up shortstop Macy Riley.
Macy Riley hit a home run in her last at-bat. They've got to be careful with her. First pitch misses. Riley 2 for 2, double and a home run on the day as well as a walk. She can tie it up with one swing of the bat. And that's a pop fly into right field. Coming in to get it, making the play is Allie Nolte. And Carlisle dodges a bullet there. 3 outs away from pulling the 7-2 upset. They're going to try to tack on some insurance runs as we head to the top of the 7th here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hello, I'm Brent Johnson, an Iowa farmer from Calhoun County and president of the Iowa Farm Bureau. As proud title sponsor of the state softball tournament, the Iowa Farm Bureau is dedicated to creating a vibrant future for Iowa through partnerships and programs that help cultivate individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. Making it to the state tournament is a great accomplishment that takes a lot of support. That's why we provide millions of dollars in awards, grants, and scholarships that recognize athletic and academic excellence. The well-being of Iowa students is also very important to Farm Bureau. That's why we provide concussion insurance coverage at no cost for all students in grades 9 through 12 who participate in a sanctioned sport. As just one of only 7 states to provide this coverage, it's just another way we're striving to support Iowa's outstanding young leaders. So, from the Iowa Farm Bureau, congratulations to all the players and coaches on an outstanding season, and good luck in the tournament.
Top of the 7th, left fielder Harley Brower.
Harley Brower will lead things off for the Wildcats here, the number 8 batter in their lineup, and she lines that one out into right field, and nice catch by Summer Campbell, reaching up over her head for out number 1. Good shot of her there by Aaron, our cameraman tonight.
Nice catch by
Read that and reached up over her head. That might have been a triple for Brower. Evan Johnson Mears, what a luxury. The number 9 batter's been on base safely every at-bat, 2 for 2 with a walk from the left side of the plate. Watches that first pitch for a ball. 2 of the 12 hits for Carlisle in this one. She watches that one on the outside corner for the strike. Johnson Mears will follow that one over into the DCG bleachers. And now the count's 1-2. I did not hear or see who won the other quarterfinal here between Norwalk and North Scott. Norwalk was a 3 seed. North Scott was the 6 seed. The winner of this game will play the winner of that game Wednesday morning at 10:30. Pitch is low and away. Full count right now to Johnson Mears. Johnson Mears hacks out onto the left field, and the lunging catch made by Lydia Zaruba. Read that one immediately off the bat, came in and made the play. catch there by Lydia out and left. Back to the top of the order with Nolte. Nolte's 5th at bat of the day, watches that first pitch for a strike. And that misses low inside. And that's up the middle. Nolte on base safely. Of the 13 hits on the day, that was Nolte's first time getting one. She's a leadoff batter, one of the best hitters on this team. That shows you how much everybody else has stepped up today. And another timeout here for DCG. We'll take a quick break as well and be back. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Right back in here on tie for Addie Eganar. Who's 2 for 4 on the day. Want to know the count to her from Tessa Jones. Ooh, that ball's right back at my head. I trusted that netting a lot. Here's the 1-1 to Eganar. And that's back up the middle, flashing the glove there. Jones makes the play. That could be a big one. Kept the ball in the infield, gets the out. And now DCG 3 outs to try to scratch out 2 runs at least to tie it up here as we head to the bottom of the 7th. On the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Burke, Liddon, and Mulder. Got to get a couple of them on base right now for DCG. The 5, 6, and 7 batters here in the bottom of the 7th. High school softball is a 7-inning game. First pitch back up the middle as Stoner flashes the weather. and makes the play. The last two pitches have been a ground out to Tessa Jones for Carlisle for DCG, and then a ground out to Mally Stoner for Carlisle. Pitchers showing they can field their positions well. Addison Liddon steps up. Huge out there for Carlisle. There is a ball that just misses outside. .1-0 count right now to to Liddon. And there's a strike. One and one the count. Over there, and that's going to get through. Safe over there at first as they get it out to Nolte. They tried to make the play at first, but Liddon's safe. And that brings a tying run to the plate in Bella Mulder. We are going to have a IMT insurance substitution into the game. Running for DCG is Paisley Heitgerken. And Bella Mulder steps up to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. Represents the tying run in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is low for ball 1. Long talk there before Heitgerken, the 8th grader, went out to run about how important her spot is, and that ball's hit out into left field. Brower picks it up, and now the winning run steps to the plate with Amelia Ellert. And now Carlisle wants to discuss things. We'll take another quick break and be back right after this on the IGHSAU Digital Network.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
So Amelia Ellert steps up. She's 0 for 2 with a walk today. They did leave Mally Stoner in to try to finish this game out. 8-6 the score. Carlisle in the lead. Pop fly to right field, and coming over to make the play. That'll advance the runners. No, they hold up the runner at first, but it will advance the runner to third as Heitgerken heads there. That's a huge out by Allie Nolte up against the fence in right field. Coach Jim Flaws wants to come out and discuss how to handle things in the outfield. This is the number 9 batter, Addie Abens, that's stepping up now. They don't want to get up to Zaruba at the top of the order again. Abens, 0 for 3 on the day. The center fielder steps up. Actually, looks like we may have, no, it is Abens that is stepping up to the plate. She's having a long talk with her head coach, Steve Schlafke. His 49 years of wisdom being imparted. Big at bat here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Addie Aben steps up. Runner on third, Paige Heitgerken. Runner on first is Bella Mulder. First pitch is a strike. You can't you don't want to try to swipe second right now with the risk of getting a third out. You can't do that at all right now like you normally do in a first and third situation. That would end the game right now. Here's the 0-1. Ball hacked out into left field, back to make the play, and Carlisle has pulled the 7-2 upset. Harley Brower with the catch. That is a happy Wildcat squad right now as they move on. Behind 13 hits, 5 runs in the first inning set the tone for Carlisle. DCG battled back. They had it to 5-4, and then Carlisle put 3 more up in the 5th, and they win 8-6. Take a moment here to watch DCG advance in the bracket. And they will play at 10:30 on Wednesday morning in the state semifinals. Coach Steve Schlafke and Coach Jim Flaws talk to each other out there by the circle as well.
Played on Yankee Field tomorrow at 12:15. Carlisle fans, your team advances to the 4A semifinal on Wednesday at 10:30 in Iowa Central Field. And now, number 20, Kalia Freeman, move your team on the bracket.
Kalia Freeman, who was 3 for 4 on the day, played an outstanding third base for Carlisle, advances her team on the bracket. And they will now clear the field and get ready for North Polk and Western Dubuque. Carlisle, the winners here, 7 seed, advances over the 2 seed here on the IGHSAU Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.